Max, say hello to everyone.
Good evening, Starriders. I am very happy to see that everyone is in good spirits tonight. Rocko, you know I used to be called Maximilian, but now it's just Max.
No, I didn't know that, Max.
Oh yeah, I'm just Max now. I lost the million after Obama took office.
Ooh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Max. So tell me, how have you been lately, Max?
I feel good now, but last week was bad. I couldn't stop sneezing, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I just kept sneezing.
Well, how did you stop all that sneezing?
Well, I saw a doctor about it. All he did was drug me up. I was sleepy, dizzy, and nauseous. Still, I was sneezing. These doctors are all quacks, Rocko.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes they don't do much good.
You sure got that right, Rocko. The first doctor I went to said, Max, you have 6 months to live. I said, Doc, I can't pay you. He gave me 6 more months.
So how did you stop your sneezing, Max?
Well, I talked to Cajun about it, and he told me of an old remedy they used back in Louisiana. He said eat X-Lax 3 times a day for 2 days. You'll stop sneezing for sure.
X-Lax stopped you from sneezing, Max?
Oh, it stopped me from sneezing all right. After 2 days of eating X-Lax, I was afraid to sneeze.
Oh, Max, that's awful. Now let's say good evening again. Max?
Hello, everybody. Glad to see all of you. Hey, Rocko, that lady over there is giving me the eye. Hello, sweetheart.
Max, no decent woman would give you the eye.
Oh, good. That saves a lot of time.
You wouldn't know what to do anyway, Max.
That's not true, Rocko. I know what to do. It's the doing part that's the problem.
Okay, enough of that. Max, have you got a girlfriend?
No girlfriends, Rocko, but I still date. Me buddies are always trying to set me up. Last week they told me about this lady named Ethel. Said she looked like $1 million. I went to ask her out and my buddies were right. She looked like $1 million. Green and wrinkled.
Oh, Max. Willie told that joke last year. Hey, there's April out there. April passed the road test this year. How about a hand for April? There you go.
Yeah, April had a real problem passing the road test, but she got through it. I never had a problem with passing.
Passing the road test?
No, passing gas.
Oh, Max. I should have seen that coming. Well, there's Mike. He's our president. And a big hand for Mike, everybody.
The Rising Star Award?
Yes, the Rising Star.
You doing a bit of acting, Mike? No? Oh, I know. Too many of those blue pills, then.
Stop being nasty, Max. Star recognized Mike for his leadership and involvement with
Was that
Star.
before or after his flat tire and trailer loading incident? He busted his crankcase and sprayed oil all over his son-in-law.
Oh, Max, it's not nice to talk like that here.
Yeah, Rocko. Like nobody here knows that story.
Okay, I'll give you that next. So, I see Mark is here tonight. Mark had an accident this year, got banged up pretty good.
Oh, yeah. We're all glad to see you, Mark. You know, Rocko, when I first saw Mark after his accident, I thought he looked like a movie star.
A movie star? Really?
Yeah, Robert De Niro in Raging Bull.
Oh, Max, that's nasty. You're tough. There's Bob Groves. Hello, Bob.
Yeah, Bob did good this year. He did have a mishap riding home in the rain. Had to make a quick stop for a dumb cage driver and dropped his bike. Everything was okay, but still scary stuff.
Yeah. Well, Bob is one of our experienced riders, and he goes on most of our rides.
Real true, Rocko. No flat tires this year, no falling off a trailer. But he did have a scary story that happened to him just outside of Pelion.
I don't think I heard this story, Max.
Well, let me tell it to you, Rocko. It was a fortnight ago, a dark and rainy night. I was sitting in a small pub south of Pelion when in comes Bob, soaking wet and visibly upset, shaking with fear. I asked him what was wrong, but he could not even speak. I ordered him a hot drink, and after a few minutes, he regained his composure and began to talk.
What a story.
It goes on from here, Rocko. Bob said he was driving home when suddenly it began pouring rain. Something happened to his car and it just died and would not start. The weather was so bad and he was in the middle of nowhere, so his cell phone was useless. It began to get dark, very dark, so he decided to try hitchhiking.
This is scary, Max.
Oh wait, the scary part is still coming. Suddenly, the car pulled up next to him and stopped. Bob was happy for a ride and got in. It was then that he realized there was nobody in the car.
Wow, what happened next?
Slow up, Rocko, and let me tell the story, okay?
Okay, Max, I'm sorry.
So anyhow, Bob said the car began to move forward, slowly at first, then it gained some speed. Bob could see a curve in the road ahead, but just as the car got to the curve, a hand reached in the driver's side and made the car safely follow the curve. Then the hand disappeared. Bob was paralyzed with fear.
A disappearing hand?
Just keep listening. It gets better. Poor Bob was frozen with fear as this hand kept appearing and then disappearing, always just in time to maneuver the car for each curve. Bob finally got the courage to jump from the car and run into this pub.
Thank goodness he escaped.
Here's the good part, Rocko. As he told us about his experience with the supernatural, the pub became deathly quiet as we listened wide-eyed to his ghostly story. No one in the pub could explain this eerie happening. Bob had just finished his story when two guys, rednecks you'd call them, came into the place, both soaked from the rain. The first redneck, when he saw Bob, said, "Hey, look, there's that fellow what got into our car while we was pushing it in the rain."
Max, you just made that up.
Just for the fun of it, Rocko. It would be much more fun if I could get the baby doll over there.
Cut it out, Max.
You mean cut her out from the herd?
Max? I mean, stop. Don't.
Sounds like you're in my fantasy now, Rocko.
I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize for Max. If you keep this up, I'll bring Willie out.
You'd put me back in the case.
Yes, I would.
In the case where it's dark.
Where it's dark and no one will see you, Max.
Hey, sweetheart, meet me at my place, okay? Wow, Rocko. I thought you were going to leave me in that case all night this time.
Well, Max, Willie? Yeah, you're Willie. You can thank Max for that. He was a dirty old man.
Tell me something I don't know, Rocko. I spent the whole day in that case with him. Yikes. I heard that, Willie.
Enough of that. Let's say good evening, Willie.
Okay, Hexnut. Hello, Starriders. How y'all doing? Wow, I see a lot of the same people again. Are they still friendly?
Well, of course they are, Willie. This is Starriders 124. These are all good people, Willie.
Okay, Skid Mark. Hey, I see somebody out there I recognize. Hello, Debbie. You know, since Ken was laid off, Debbie is a lot like me when I was inside that case.
How could Debbie be like you when you were in the case?
I'll tell you how, Lugnut. All day long now, a horny old man follows her everywhere she goes.
Willie, that's awful.
Maybe, man, but the visual is even worse.
Okay, that's bad, Willie. Be nicer, I'll put you back.
No, Rocko, please. I'll be good. I promise.
Okay. Hey, I see Chuck is here.
I see him, Wingnut. Hey, what's up, Chuck? I love to say that, Banjo Nut. You know, Chuck sure knows a lot about history, especially the War of Northern Aggression.
You mean the Civil War?
No, Yankee boy, not the Civil War. The War of Northern Aggression. Chuck said there was nothing civil about it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Willie. I didn't know. Hey, I see Jim Ballinger is not here.
Ballinger is here? Are we having a split club drawing tonight? Jim is making a living off of our split clubs.
Willie, we shouldn't make fun of Jim just because he wins. Don't pick on him.
I know, Sparkplug, but if Jim wins any more money, that Occupy Wall Street bunch will be outside of his house.
Very good point. But no picking on him for being lucky.
Yeah, monkey butt. I couldn't resist. Hey, how about Steve and Barb out there? Hello, Barb. Hello, Steve.
Hey, guys. Hey, you know, they let a ride up to Greenville this year, Willie. Willie?
Oh, they sure did take us for a ride, Clutch Breath. Steve had Google Maps and Barb was in a car with a GPS.
Sounds like they were well prepared.
Not so fast, Crankshaft. What they weren't prepared for were South Carolina roads without signs. Still got lost, even with all that technology.
Well, you know, everyone here has been lost at one time or another, whether they admit it or not.
You got that right, Wristpit. Shadow led a ride to a restaurant up in Old Fort, North Carolina. He got us there all right, but the place was not only closed, it had been relocated to another city. Way to go, Shadow. Oh, God, he's waiting for me.
No, Willie, he can't hurt you. He's just a dummy.
A dummy?
Yes, a dummy. Just like you, Willie.
Think again, Crossthread. Everyone here knows you are the dummy. Am I right, people?
I don't know what that was. Let's not discuss it right now. It's time for us to close the show, Willie.
Hey, Jamnut, do we have time for a joke?
Okay, Willie, make it quick.
Thanks, Swamp Butt. It's the top 10 titles of the world's thinnest books.
The top 10 titles of the world's thinnest books.
World's thinnest book number 10. Harleys that don't need repair.
Yeah.
World's thinnest book number 9. Foods I Will Not Eat by Ken Ellingson. World's thinnest book number 8. How We'll Miss Changing Diapers by Craig and Carrie. World's thinnest book number 7. Secrets to Short Meetings by Mike Griswold. World's thinnest book number 6. Motorcycles I Kept Over 1 Year by Mike Guardiola. World's thinnest book number 5. My Little Black Book by Patrick Valenti. World's thinnest book number 4. My Good Hair Days by Tassels. World's thinnest book number 3. Left Turns That Don't Make Me Pucker by Shadow. World's thinnest book number 2. What I Won't Do for Bees by Debbie Ellingson. And the world's number 1 thinnest book, How Your Membership Dues Work for You by Star National.
All right, Willie.